Hello. Am I speaking to TEJASWI Ananth?
Yes, TEJASWI Ananth here.
TEJASWI, tomorrow we have a shoot at Kapil Sharma's show tomorrow. Are you available?
Yes, for sure.
So will you be able to fly to Mumbai?
Yes. I will, and I'll perform.
Thank you.
Well, that was the conversation I had with the Kapil Sharma show team. And I was super excited, but I definitely answered very calmly without showing that. But that's what life is. It throws balls at you, opportunities at you, and you just need to catch and start juggling. Talking about juggling, how many of you juggle here? Raise your hands. Okay. Exactly the number of people who say will study every single day and actually end up studying not instead of one night before the exams. Well, I believe all of you are jugglers. You know why? Because the moment you're born, your parents start teaching one or the other things like language to communicate, how to eat. Don't touch that, you will get electrocuted, kind of stuff. And then, as you grow, one more ball comes into picture. That's teachers. Well, they teach you various things. Come on, join with me in saying, mitochondria is the of the cell. Yes. And how to find the value of X, various things. And then comes the third and one of the most important ball as well. And you start juggling, that's friends, my friend. And they teach how to deal with your ex. Important life lessons. So you start juggling like so. So this is where most of you are. And once you're done with studies, what life does is, it gently comes, borrows the teacher, and says, I'll give a boss with additional interest. And then it also adds in a couple of other balls, like responsibilities and a partner to deal with. Now, you try juggling them. You might drop one or maybe all of them, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. Because if it was not for mistakes, some people would not even have been born. Well, and you would be seeing an empty stage right now. Well, slowly you start trying. And as you try, you start juggling. Mistakes might happen again and again as well. But you start juggling. And you get comfortable with it. And the more passionate you are to juggle your life, the better and more comfortable you get to juggle. Well, right now, that's what the passion is, what drives you to success. How many of you would like to be successful? Raise your hands. Okay, great, everyone. And how many of you think of success as being famous? And some think being success is to be uber rich. And some think that being successful is just to be happy. Now, find your definition of success because it is different for every one of you. So once you find your goal of what your success means to you, that is when you will be able to move towards it. So find it and then take steps to move towards it. Yeah? Am I making sense till now? Yes? Fabulous. So right now, let's go to something that's slightly different. Okay? So my friends, as you start to learn juggling, your life, you need to do various things as well in life. And that is the passion that actually drives you. So if you're really passionate about juggling, you can also do it blindfolded. Yeah? Only if you're really passionate about it. So, imagine, okay, how many of you have heard of this line, follow your passion? Raise your hands. And how many of you think that you are following your passion? Great. And how many of you have already figured out your passion? Raise your hands. Wow, okay. The rest of you are like, okay, I'm trying to get through this week. You're asking me about my passion of life. Well, that's okay. Finding your passion is something that you need to do with very specific thing in your mind. That is, you need to find a passion that gives you a couple of things. One, it has to give you money. That's very important. Two, it has to give you that satisfaction. And following your passion is not always easy, because it's not about choosing what is easy. It is about choosing what you will do even if it gets hard. Like, for example, juggling. For me, my passion is entertaining people. How I present it is what matters. Okay? And juggling is just a part of it. Now, learning juggling is hard. Juggling blindfolded is even harder. But juggling behind my back like this is even hard. How many of you would like to see me juggle like this? Here we go. So, only if you're passionate about your passion, that's when you will be able to practice this and start juggling your life even blindfolded. Now, every one of you are unique, are rare. And if someone calls you, you are 1 in a million, don't fall for it, because there are 8,000 of you. But if you are 1 in 8.5 billion, that's when you're really unique. And I believe every one of us are really unique. Let me demonstrate, okay? In this is an act that 1 in 500 million people are able to do, okay? Which means only 15 to 16 people in the whole world have practiced this act. That is a combination of unicycling, okay, hula hooping, and juggling, all three at the same time. It is like trying to impress your partner, your boss, and your friends all at the same time. Well, right now, that is uniqueness. And recently, and since I was talking about uniqueness, I believe that a Rubik's Cube perfectly represents our life. I want a volunteer to come here and mix it, please. Can I have a volunteer? Just to mix the this Rubik's Cube. Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir. So, Anand, sir, go ahead and mix the Rubik's Cube, okay? And I believe that it is a representation of our life, because there are around 43 quintillion different patterns in a small cube like that. So, if you ever had to see a pattern, it's quite literally impossible, because it would take you 1.3 trillion years to see every pattern of a cube. But as he is mixing the cube, let me also tell that balancing life is also very important. And to balance your life very well, having a bank balance gives you a better edge. Okay? So, sir, are you done mixing the cube? Yes. Are you done mixing the cube? Yes, great. So, let me have the cube, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, in our life, since we are born, people come, tell you what to do, and by the time when you try to decide your life, you will have a randomly mixed cube like this. But the actual thing that we are expecting is all colors in harmony. That is the situation that we are expecting. Now, you're balancing your bank balance, and you're also juggling your responsibilities, and then you're supposed to try and solve the mixed cube that you have in your hand. And that, I think, is the most perfect representation of life. I'm not trying to scare you here, but then that's how most of our lives go through. Because we are trying so hard to make everything right, and one or the other thing is constantly going wrong. Because you're also already juggling your life, plus you have a randomly mixed cube, which is mixed by your friends, your teachers, and various decision makers in your life. And by the time you decide to take everything into your hand, this is how you will look. As a performer in a giant circus of life. And you know what? This is actually hard. You might drop a couple of balls, because if you focus on one thing, the rest of the things will drop off. But only once who are able to do this are the ones who end up doing wonders in their life. And that's something that I believe in. Well, that was Rolla Vola, juggling, and Rubik's Cube while talking to all of you at the same time. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Recently, I had the pleasure of meeting him. Oh, going with the flow, yes. I forgot that one point. So I believe that we all are in a flow, are put in a flow like this. Sometimes the flow will be like this, but you got to keep going. Well, I recently had the pleasure of meeting him. Yes, how many of you know who is he? Yes, Gaur Gopal Das ji. And when I was talking to him, he told me that you have to take risks in life, yes, but make sure you take calculated risks. Like, when I decided to juggle these stainless steel, razor sharp knives, it was a calculated risk, because all you got to do is catch the handle. It's very safe. The other end is the one that I did not take account for at that point. But once I practiced, I think I didn't feel the need to take it to account. So, here I have taken a very calculated risk of just catching the handle. Because 50% of the time, the handle will always be in your hands. Because 50% of the knife is handle, so of course, yes. Now, that was a calculated risk. But if I start juggling chainsaws, that is an uncalculated risk. So, always take calculated risks in your life, and that's when you will be safe, and you will also have something to fall back to. Yeah, because if this goes wrong, I'll just go back. Yeah. Well, now, I have performed in various places. Actually, she mentioned that I have performed in 5. Right now, it's almost 8 different countries. And I have met various people, Bollywood celebrities, some of the richest people of the world. Everyone, I have shared dinner with them. And one thing that I have learned is every single one of them is very humble and down to earth. And that's what I also aim to be. Because humility, what happens is, it makes you feel, yes. I mean, you are also learning from every single one of them that you meet. Because everyone you speak to, they are emitting knowledge. Yeah? And yes, I was also talking about what kind of career to choose. Yeah? One, that makes you money. Two, that keeps you on your toes. And three, that takes you places. Because I think all three of these are very important. If you somehow manage to choose two of them, just two of them, at that time, what happens is you can always handle the third. If you make good money, and if you are already on your toes, then you can afford to fly out and explore the world. But remember, even though you are humble in your life, one thing is always true. You guys are the star of your own life. You guys are the star of the circus of life. So always remember that and keep going. And that concludes my act. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. And whatever I have learned in the short span that I am on this earth till now, I've just shared that because I'm already quite young and not too old to share the whole wisdom. So whatever I have learned from the people I have met, people that I have come across, and things that I have seen, I have shared today. And don't take it to my word. Choose on your own, decide on your own. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.